Hi there, and welcome to Projects Distilled, where we talk about all things project management. I am so glad that you're here. In this video, we are going to continue our exploration of a tool called Notion. Notion is an all-in-one tool that is a personal organizer, a group and team organizer that also has some pretty good project and program management capabilities built into it. Its biggest feature, in my estimation, though, is the fact that it has ChatGPT built into it. I covered the way ChatGPT works within Notion in another video. In this video, we're going to look at the project, program, portfolio, and agile capabilities that the tool delivers out of the box. We're going to look at ways to extend that functionality through templates and give you a general tour of the tool. Let's dive in. Okay, here we are within the Notion main page. Wanted to give you a quick orientation on how this is set up, and then we'll look at the project, portfolio, and agile tools that it provides to us. First thing to note is it has a context. We're within the Projects Distilled context. I'm on the free plan. There's one member. The real power of this tool is when you start to add additional members, and I'll kind of call out in places where that starts to become important. What's nice is it makes it really easy to get the Mac app. Right now we're on the web app, but upgrading to the Mac app is very simple. Let's take a look at the settings and members. And within it, we're going to take a look at the pricing. So right now you can see I'm on the free plan, but I've added the Notion AI so that we can look at the ChatGPT functionality. And what's great is the free plan is good for an individual or a very small team. So up to 10 guest collaborators. So it's good for a small team. File uploads up to 5 megabytes. That's really small. And so they've restricted it, but you get a good feel for what it has. I can't imagine a lot of teams actually working productively in this unless they're really super small, just a couple of friends collaborating. But as you move up to the plus, business, or enterprise, it starts to add a lot more features. So you immediately go from 5 megabytes of file uploads to unlimited. That's great. That's what enterprises need. Up to 100 guest collaborators. You can start to customize the Notion domain, the database size, the amount of data that you can display and keep in your files goes up dramatically. As you start to move on to the bigger packages, you get things that enterprises are going to want. You get this single sign-on, the SAML. You get Skim to help you to automatically provision tools like this. And then you also get support. In the free version, there's zero support. When you go up to the enterprise, you get a dedicated success manager. So you got a lot of nice options for you. None of them are especially expensive, $8, $15, or $20 for the enterprise. For the moment, we're going to stay on the free plan. Now, this is the main projects page, and what's nice is it's set up a lot like a Kanban board. Project Y and Project X were just dummy projects that came with Notion when you open it up for the first time. But watch what you can do. You can move it to in progress, paused. Let's say Project X gets canceled or finished. You can move it very easily over to these very nice drag and drop feature like you would expect in a Kanban board. But what's great about this is that you can use this as a rudimentary portfolio board to show the progress and where all of the projects in your portfolio are standing at any given time. It doesn't have the red, yellow, green on the health of the project, but at least it's a start, and it's a good basic start to this. There's also a timeline view, so Project X and Project Y are connected. X has to finish before Y, and it's kind of nice that it shows you that in a plan. So that's another view that you could take in your portfolio. One more portfolio view is just a list by stage of project, planning, in progress, etc., where things are. It shows the priority. All right, so I am going to jump on my soapbox here for a minute. As you look at the project and the status, the way that they're defining it is the stage that you're in. So it's not really status. For status, I expect it to be red, yellow, green, or some other type of measure of the health of the project. So there is a way to fix that. I've added an additional status column over here. And if you click into this and edit the properties, you can actually add a red status, yellow status, green status, and I'm sure we can change the coloring on these types of things, but we could actually show then project as a different type of status, an actual status that I would expect. It's very flexible and you're able to tune it the way that you want it to. So this is the general view for the project. So this new Poland project is a project that I created. I populated it with a set of tasks. We're going to take a look at it from this view. I can't figure out how to actually take a look at all of the tasks easily, so I have actually put my new Poland office. I made it a favorite so I can click into here. And this is what you can see how it displays all of the information around the project. So again, it's got status in progress. That's a state. So one of the things that I would do if I was to really do this would be to change it to yellow, red, whatever that might be. Here are the tasks. Here's all of them. Very easy to add new tasks. You just hit the plus button and you can put in a new task. Let me show you how you actually create a new task. Here's an untitled, give it the task. So let's say that we need to find office furniture. Easily enough. If I had multiple people in here, I could assign it to whoever it is on the team. I haven't started that. It is due by, let's give it a June 15 date. There, it's populated. It is currently blocked by us not having an office. So we're going to call that locate office space because we don't want to buy chairs and not have a place to go. It is currently blocking the opening of the office. So that's how easy it is to add a task. You just click out of it and you'll see your task is in here. So that's how you can populate a project. Let me show you one other thing that is very cool that I just learned about as I was playing with this earlier, and that's the idea of templates. So Notion has created a bunch of additional templates that you can just simply download, and it adds and augments the functionality of the tool. So you can see within all templates, it has product management, life, design, human resources. So you can see that this is not a dedicated project and portfolio tool, but it's a tool. It's a productivity tool that allows you to be productive in many different spheres. Project management is just one of those areas. But here they have a projects and tasks. To get the template, you just click template, add it to the general. And here it's warning me that I've actually already added that. So it says the best practice is not to have more than one. So we're going to cancel that. So templates is very powerful. It has some suggested ones. Most of these are already populated in the Notion interface when you get there, when you log in. But we're going to take a look and see if there's anything else that would be good for us here. So if you're doing using this tool as a company wiki, you can do a company home. There's lots of things there. So let me show you how easy it is to add one of these. So in Life, we're just going to add a weekly to-do list, get template, add it to general. Look at that, shows up weekly to-do list in your general category. So that's kind of nice. So easy to use. If you decide you don't like it, also easy to delete. So that's really a great function. Now, one of the things that kind of bums me out, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but if I go into search templates and I want to add a Kanban board, and I know it has Kanban functionality that you can add, it doesn't find it. But if I go out here to Google and say Notion Kanban board, there is a template gallery that's out there on the internet, and we can add this template into my instance. Duplicating Kanban board to projects distilled. So look at that. Suddenly I have a Kanban board. So I've got my to-do, in progress, and complete. You can add additional tables or additional columns to this. It's very easy to move these around, just like we would expect in a Kanban board. So if you're using Agile, this tool can be used for it. I don't know why it didn't show up in the original templates search, though. That kind of bugs me, but there you go. So let's try one more general search up here. We're going to do Notion Portfolio. From the Notion webpage, when you search for additional functionality, it actually has a lot more on there. So I would recommend using this. Look at that. We've got a project center, centralize all your projects in one place. It looks like it's somebody who speaks more of the Queen's English, the way they spell it, a PMO. Let's click on that. So if you want to have a portfolio management system, this Dave Pretty has put together a $20 template. I'm not going to download that, but you can see that you can actually extend the function of Notion. Notion is built on the idea of building blocks, and it's meant to be exceedingly flexible. So there's some really cool tools in there. So let's go back to our original page. You can see that it's very easy to get into and access and make Notion really work for your project management needs. All right, so you can see that Notion is a pretty powerful tool. Is it a tool that I would buy? Well, it depends on the circumstance. If you are a student, if you are with a small team, or if you're with a company that has maybe 500 or fewer people and you've got a project team of less than 10 people, it could be a really good, useful tool. That said, there are other tools out there that are bigger names, bigger brands like Asana that also have some of that same capability in and kind of goes beyond just the project realm that can help you organize. Trello from our friends at Atlassian, another one of those types of tools. But This is a very respectable tool. It does what you need. So if you are part of a smaller organization or working for a nonprofit, something like that, I would highly recommend you look at Notion as an option, especially because it has that Chat GPT functionality built into it. In another video, we're going to look at the other functionality that's not specific to project and program management, how to use it as a personal organizer, whether or not it's helpful that way, because the tool does have a lot that it does attempt to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps me a lot as I try to build this channel and offer content that people want to watch. Thank you.